This couple didn't go on a romantic date. Instead, they went out to steal. Their target, a motorbike parked on the side of the road. The boyfriend moved swiftly and skillfully, like he'd done this 100 times before. He successfully unlocked the bike and rode off without a hitch. But the girl wasn't so lucky. Her engine failed to start. She tried again and again, but the bike wouldn't budge. By the time regret set in, it was already too late. Her boyfriend had vanished into the night, leaving her alone and stranded. Face to face with a group of men, they dragged her into a nearby house, and no one knows what happened behind that closed door. This was the final heist of his criminal run. After months on the run, dodging the relentless pursuit of the police. Just like the times before, he stormed into the store, took control of the staff, and grabbed the cash within 2 to 3 minutes before making his escape. But this time, the police were ready. They arrived just in time, and he would never get another chance to rob again. A robbery was successfully prevented thanks to the homeowner's sharp awareness and proactive defense. As 2 thugs pretended to walk casually toward his house, one of them, the man in red, suddenly pulled out a gun and charged in. But the homeowner immediately fired back in self-defense, causing the attackers to panic and flee. One of them was injured and later captured by police. A young student couple was walking hand in hand on the sidewalk when suddenly, 2 thugs on a motorbike sped up from behind. In a flash, the man on the back jumped off and lunged at them to rob them. But right at that moment, a red vehicle from the opposite direction screeched to a halt, carrying unexpected heroes. They jumped out with weapons drawn, pointing guns straight at the robbers' heads. In seconds, the student couple was rescued, and the criminals were captured on the spot. It was just an ordinary day in a quiet little town. An elderly couple had just arrived at their gate, preparing to reverse their car into the garage, when they caught the attention of 2 would-be robbers. One of the suspects, dressed in black, casually approached on foot, pretending to pass by, while his accomplice followed closely behind on a car. Their target, the old man's car. But the old man was ready. He pulled out a gun and fired at the attackers. The man in black bolted immediately, fleeing as fast as he could. The driver panicked, unsure which way to run. In his confusion, he tried to reverse but lost control of the bike. Realizing his mistake too late, he abandoned the vehicle and fled on foot. An old man had just pulled up to his house in his pickup truck and was backing into the garage when a gang of robbers charged in, arriving in an SUV. Before the 5 men could even jump out of their vehicle, the elderly man opened fire relentlessly, forcing the terrified criminals to abandon their car and flee on foot. This intense moment showcased the old man's sharp situational awareness and his ability to make quick, precise decisions to protect himself and his property. Not only did he teach the robbers a hard lesson, but he also added a new SUV to his collection. The girl was sitting in her car when a man in a white t-shirt suddenly approached, pointed a gun at her, and demanded she unlock the door and hand over the keys. But she didn't panic. She took control. Refusing to surrender, she locked herself in and held her ground. The would-be thief struggled to force the door open, but the car held strong, and so did she. Moments later, police arrived on the scene. The suspect launched a desperate attack, but officers reacted with speed and precision, swiftly taking him down and rescuing the brave young woman. You might succeed in 99 robberies, but on the 100th, there may be no second chance to make it right.